Alright, it's your boy MAKEOUTTEEJ and welcome to another video for today. Now I know I didn't stream last night. I'm actually talking pretty quiet right now because it is like early in the morning. But I wanted to record at least to get a video up. When it slows down, like when the stream slows down, like it fucks everything up. If you guys don't know, I work on ACs. So when it's like 105 degrees outside, yeah, a lot of people really want their ACs to be working. But you guys don't care that much about that. But I just want you guys to know, you'll see me live on Twitch. Please follow my Twitch if you don't already. I also am trying to be more active and live on YouTube. I said right now I'm busy with work, so it's back and back. As of right now, I'm trying to get better with my Mishimas. I was gonna eventually start playing Kazuya, but I really tried Kazuya for like maybe a couple days. Really was trying to learn like the timing for the electrics and trying to learn like wave dashes, which I really can't do. Like look at my wave dash, man. It's fucking awful. I mean, I really don't want to show this. See, it's fucking awful. See, it's slow, but it's like, see, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. The thing is, I'm getting the cancels fucked up. See, I'm getting something there. See that? Oh, fuck no. Dog shit. But you guys see, I'm trying. I'm trying to learn. You know what I mean? I feel like Mishimas is like that's real. Like that's Tekken right there. Like that's Tekken. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you can always respect a good Mishima player. So I might not have a whole lot of gameplay for y'all right now, and you're probably wondering, well, why are you trying to get to this level of dedication in this game that's really falling off right now? And that is a good question, because I really enjoy the game. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I just enjoyed the game, so I'm trying to find ways to challenge myself, and I think I've waited long enough between learning about Mishima players or learning how to wave dash. It's just been like such a thing that I've put off so long that I just feel like I could never learn it, but I feel like now is a good time to go ahead and learn. Anyways, the crux is about today. What we are talking about is we're going to be reacting to Moonsault Slayer. He's basically saying how the game has basically died off and stuff, so we're going to react to it. We're going to look at it, and I just I'm interested to see like why are so little people playing this game. I have a good sneaking suspicion, but yeah, let's see.
I bet I drill a clean hole in somebody today.
This is
what?
I bet I drill a clean hole in somebody today.
This is not something that I wanted to happen,
What
even
the fuck?
expected to happen. Tekken 7 is the game that broke all the records in terms of viewerships on Twitch. On Twitch, the viewership peaked at like 249,000. That was enough to topple Street Fighter at the time, because they were in a rough position. I don't know if it would beat Street Fighter 6, but Street Fighter 5, it surpassed it. The king in that era was Smash. Smash was a little bit higher at about 270, but still, Tekken was finally rivaling the big dogs. But then also in terms of sales, Tekken 7 was monstrous. If you talk about how it pushed the franchise to being mainstream, the Twitter account Dextero now often reports on the ongoings with Tekken, whether it be things from Harada, whether it be things that happen.
Not gonna lie, Dexterito, I that account, man, whoever runs that, I don't know if it's like a company or anything, but I go back and forth on that shit. Sometimes they be posting just a whole bunch of unnecessary bullshit on there. Sometimes it's like fake news and stuff like that. There's plenty of Twitter accounts that do dumb shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, and I think Dexterito is one of them, honestly.
But putting up 12 million copies sold is a banger for most games. To see that game was able to accomplish so much and build so much and give the developers so many assets and resources and so much support from Bandai Namco, it was truly.
Is that a Jeff Hardy, Paul? Is that what I'm looking at? I know somebody else seen that. I was like, is that fucking Jeff Hardy?
A magical thing to see, because we heard the stories about how Tekken Tag Tournament 2 almost killed the franchise. We heard the stories of how Tekken 7 had a rush development in terms of story. That's why it was so bad. The narrator. We heard about how they were limited in what they could do. This is why they didn't do any game modes. This is why Tekken 7 was stripped of a lot of stuff. We heard those stories. We know them. And to see Tekken Tekken 8 have a totally different start.
Nigga,
And
that's
when you
Jin. Listen, I know it's not important to what he's talking about, but that's Jin. I'm listening to what he's saying. Trust me. And there's his mom's fucking coochie's out.
the developers just had a very different idea of what they wanted this game to be, and that idea clashed so much with players. They removed a lot of the identity, they removed a lot of what made Tekken, how there's too many mechanics layered on top. And we're not even talking about how powerful it is, we're just talking
Who's
about
saying
how
that?
it's consuming.
Who is saying that, bro? Listen, the state of Tekken right now is like it's so dominated by heat and rage art and power crush, and it's just like if you actually can get past these lower ranks, like this guy right here that just did this abysmal Jin combo, and he just went over there and fucking popped the heat burst. If you can get past these players, then you can actually start playing some real Tekken. So the group that I play with, the viewers I play with, like you can actually get some authentic Tekken in there. But if you just are one of those people who spend most of your time playing online and like not really interacting with other people, or you're like the only person in your friend group that plays these games, I could see why you would like just turn this game off, because it's like at that point you're not even like in competition or challenged by like your peers. It's just like you're just going on here for your own enjoyment, and if you're not enjoying your online experience, turn off the game.
What Tekken is, you're more so playing with these mechanics than the actual Tekken itself, and a lot of people are just starting to feel lost, and they're also abandoning the game. I shared to Twitter, Tekken 8 player count on Steam is the lowest it's ever been. We need the Fakaram update to go well. One person says it's not going to, but I appreciate the thought of the possibility.
When Fakaram drops, it's going to literally like it's going to be something else, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's going to be something else. I just feel like he's just going to be so broken. Oh god.
If you go all the way back to the beta, even Harada said the combos are too long. In the beta he said that, but then when the game releases, we see that the combos are just as powerful and has only gotten more influential.
So the thing is with the combo, if you're like a true Tekken player, combos happen, right? Like we get it, there's combos in Tekken games, but for the time that the Tekken, it's just the process of going through the combos with the tornadoes and then the heat burst and then the wall, and then you could get like a rage art in it. You can catch yourself being in a combo for, if you actually look at a timer, it will be like 30 seconds, and it goes through so long. And I think it's because one of the things they did, they made it so easy in so many ways for things to be picked up. Now that gives a lot of freedom to the people that can just find different routes and stuff like that. So there's like so many routes you can do with combos, which I love about Tekken. I absolutely love it, where it's not staple bread and butter combo. This is what's optimal. Use this. You only have like maybe 3 or 4 different routes you can go. I love that there's or 10, 11, 12 different routes you can go. They might not be optimal, but they're all different situations. So I do like that. But the fact that they allow so much time for people to be picked up off the ground, it kind of like it slows down, because it's like, bro, sometimes I'll get hit by a Heihachi, like I think it's like his hell sweep, and he will have so much time to like pick me up. Like he can go make a cup of fucking coffee, come back, do it. And then there are some characters where I'll just be through the air, tailspin, 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 boom, pop heat, boom, tailspin, tailspin, tornado, wall carry, wall carry, wall carry. Then it's like, oh, now the stage is breaking. Oh, now I'm falling through the stage. It's like the combos can go on so long, and it's bro, it's really early, but it's like, I hope I'm not waking anybody up. But yeah, the combos can go on so long, bro. It's ridiculous, and I think that is what makes it really long. I don't think like the hits for the combos are long. It's just like if we could skip all that extra cinematic and all that shit and just do the combo, it could be 9 to 10, 11 hits. Have it take like 10 seconds, bro, instead of like 30. You know what I mean?
They are actively going against their players with removing commentators, with blocking content creators. They say they want the criticism, but then all of their actions, so it seems, is showing the opposite. This final update that they're doing about halfway, a little bit less than halfway through season 2, will show. One thing you got to talk about as well is like the updates that, from like a month ago, 2 months ago, they really couldn't tackle that much because of how long it takes to balance these games, tune these things. Now that they had
and it takes a long time for a patch to actually come out, especially for like console. I don't think people understand that. Sometimes like a patch for a console, it has to go through and get approved and all that. It can take months for an actual patch to come out. So even when the meta may change, like you're like, oh, it's finally being changed, and then it's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's been months since this thing has been an issue, and now it's like something else is an issue. Well, now you've got to wait a few more months before they can patch that too. So
people say things like, if you guys dislike the game so much, why are you still playing? And what I always thought was so interesting about the people who said that, like, I get where they're coming from and I get what they mean, but those people who say things like that, they don't realize that people are actually leaving the game, and they're leaving it in mass. Now, we are lucky because a lot of the people who are leaving or who have left, they are still watching, they're still waiting, they're still looking to see how Tekken progresses. And I think this is what creates this battle that you see in a lot of comment sections, where you have people being upset with the game, people say quit the game, but those guys have quit the game, they're just watching to see if the game can recover or see if it will fail. Fakamam is one of the most feared characters in Tekken, and that's for a reason, right? Fakamam is one of the most can recover or see if it will fail. Fakamam is one of the most feared characters in Tekken, and that's for a reason, right? Launch Libre was the most diabolical. Launch Fakamam was pretty much on that same level. We got lucky though, because but the players have yet to see that big directional change. Anna is a character who was built from the ground up for season 2. It's like those two things was built together. And when you talk about how they want to change the direction of season 2, you have to change the direction of characters like Anna. You built this character from the
please, can we please change Anna, please? Like, thank you, man. We've got to change that. I don't know how many times I've got to hear it from how many different content creators. Can we please do something about Anna? Like, Anna's not broken, but it's just like, come on. Like, some of her shit is like obnoxious. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's dial it back a little.
And you give them identity, originality back. But then Fakamam showing up in the update that's supposed to fix it all. Will he be more of the same what season 2 has already offered, or will he establish a new direction? People absolutely.
I think Fakamam will 100% be, as far as a Tekken dev, if Tekken devs were to metaphorically show us a double down, if they was to push a double down button, Fakamam is going to be that double down button. So everything that I'm complaining about right now for Anna, when Fakamam comes, he's going to be worse than Anna. They're going to dial back Anna. She's not going to be as powerful. And then Fakamam's just going to come. And I feel like that's just going to be the cycle. You know what I mean? Fakamam's going to be busted. You know, he's going to be busted for a while. And then near the time, like a few months down the road, probably like 2-3 months down the road, he's going to be nerfed. And then right here comes Armor King, and then Armor King's, you know, it's just gonna be a cycle. But it's not the first time games have done that. I feel like Fortnite does that every time they have an update. That new gun that they release is gonna be busted as fuck for a month or so people get riled up about it and start controversial conversations and shit, and it brings other people back to the game because they're like, oh, it's this overpowered gun, let me try it out, and then they end up sticking around. I don't think it works here with fighting game, because you piss niggas off in the fighting game, they go. But like you said, there's a lot of people that actually care that much about fighting games and the balance and stuff like that. They are very passionate about the game, so they will lurk, they will see how the game is doing, and then they'll eventually return, maybe, possibly, I don't know. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys leave a like. Let me know how you guys feel about Tekken. Why do you guys think Tekken sales are dropping? And shout out to Moonsault Slayer, and go watch the full video because I probably cut a lot of this shit out. Other than that, have a good day and get a baka for yourself.